10th January 1977. Today, from each child's forehead and eyes, Bap Dada was especially seeing one special aspect. It was to what extent their qualifications are close to their aim. According to the aim, to what extent the qualifications are visible in the practical form. Each one's aim is very elevated, but in imbibing the qualification for that aim, there are three types of effort maker. What are these three types? The first are those who enjoy knowledge when they listen to it and feel that they should do it. However, they only know how to listen and not how to do it. The second are those who think about it, who understand it and even do it, but because of not being the form of power, they play a double part. One moment they will be a Brahmin and a fast effort maker, and the next moment they will lose courage. What is the reason for this? They become influenced by one or another of the five vices or the elements of nature. This is why there is a difference caused between their aim and their qualifications. They have the desire, but they lack the power to become completely free from the knowledge of any desires. And because of this reason, they are not able to reach their aim. The third are those who continue to move along with their listening, thinking, and doing being equal. In such souls, the qualification and the aim are visible as 99% equal. In this way, Bap Dada is seeing three types of effort maker. At present, the thoughts and words of every Brahmin soul should be tested against their aim as to whether their thoughts and words are according to their aim. Your aim is to become an angel and so a deity. Just as you check your thoughts, words, and deeds against your Lokik family and your occupation, in the same way are you Brahmin souls moving along whilst keeping your highest and high family and occupation in front of you? Do you have the present Brahmin life of having died alive in your awareness, or do the characteristics of your past Shudra life come naturally into play? As is your birth, so are your actions. The actions performed in your elevated birth should automatically be elevated. If this takes effort, it means that you lack the awareness of your Brahmin birth. In fact, elevated actions and an elevated aim are the birthright of an elevated birth. Just as in Lokik life, physical wealth is your birthright, in the same way, in Brahmin life, the wealth of divine virtues, godly happiness, and powers are your birthright. One should have the intoxication of one's birthright in a natural way. One should not need to make efforts for it. If one has to make effort, then something is definitely lacking in the relationship and connection. Ask yourself, do I have the intoxication of the birthright? By maintaining this intoxication, your aim and its qualification become equal. What is the easy method for this, through which you would be liberated from making effort for it? You know yourself as you are and what you are, whose child and which family you belong to, but you do not accept it at all times. You do not look at the picture of your fortune. If you constantly continue to look at the picture of your fortune, then just as when you see a physical body, you have the natural awareness of the body, so too the picture of your fortune would remain in your awareness just as naturally. Whilst walking and moving along, the soundless chant of Vah Baba and Vah my fortune would emerge in your mind. Bhagats try to listen to the sound beyond limits. In fact, this is the memorial of your stage, the picture of the previous kalpa, where you are constantly dancing in happiness, which is called the picture of the Ras Leela, in which they have portrayed gopis and gopis constantly dancing with Gopi Vallabh, is a picture of the memorial of your dancing in happiness. It is a picture created of your practical activities. Are you constantly able to see the picture of your divine activities? Do you have the experience that this is your image? This is called the image of your fortune. If you daily perform every action while seeing the image of your fortune, then you will be liberated from effort and experience the happiness of your birthright. Now, there is no more time to labor. Now, become an embodiment of the awareness that you know what you had to know and have attained what you had to attain. Do you have this experience? Bab Dada is happy to see the image of each one's fortune. The same should apply to you. Bab Dada is specially amazed about one aspect of how the Master Almighty authorities, the ones who have the most elevated fortune, become confused over trivial matters. Just like a lion being afraid of an ant, what would you think if a lion were to say, "How can I kill an ant? What should I do?" Would you think this is possible or impossible? So too, if the Master Almighty authorities become confused over little matters, would the Father think that this is possible, or would he be amazed? Therefore, now is not the time to be afraid of little things. Now is the time to remove all confused souls from their confusion. Do you understand? These are things of childhood. These things of childhood do not seem right in front of master creators. Therefore, you are told to dance constantly with zeal and enthusiasm. Constantly continue to listen to the subtle sound in your mind of Va my fortune and Va the bestower of fortune. Together with dancing, you also need music, and so constantly continue to listen to this eternal sound in your mind and continue to dance in happiness. To those who constantly maintain the intoxication of their birthright, to those who constantly maintain godly intoxication, to those who are liberated from labor, to those who make their qualifications equal to their aim, to those who remove others from all confusion, to the multi-million fold fortunate souls who have an elevated fortune, Bap Dada's love, remembrance and Namaste.